Hey! Ah! But we all need to start doing. Oh, we gotta start to see things for what they actually are. To just simply realize what something truly is without any external influence. That is what we gotta start doing. You see? An example. A tree is a tree. But what is a tree really? A tree really is life. Life. And you see, a tree is part of us, and we are a part of the tree. You see, a tree is life. A tree simply is life. But you see, a tree gives us life. Without the trees, we would not be here. The tree gives us oxygen. And it keeps us alive. At the same time, we give the tree carbon dioxide. You see? Us and the tree are one. Without oxygen, we would not be alive. Without carbon dioxide, the tree would not be alive. You see? We both need to exist. If none of us exist, then none of us exist. If one of us don't exist, the other doesn't exist. You see what I mean? Us and the tree are connected. And you might have never ever thought about this. How could a tree connect with me? But see, when you start to see things for what they truly are, what it actually is, then you will realize that everything is connected. You see? I believe that everything is connected. Everything in life. You see, it's like connect the dot. Dot, 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 dot. But it doesn't have to be in a straight line. You see, the dots can be everywhere. Dot, 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 dot. See that? Everywhere. And so when you connect it, you're going everywhere. You see? We don't have to connect in a straight line. It doesn't have to make sense. You see, the straight line would make sense. But I'm saying there is no such thing as making sense. Because we really cannot explain, how everything is connected. It just connects. It doesn't matter what pattern it takes. We just have to connect the dots. You see? It doesn't matter if it's in a straight line or it doesn't matter if it's spread out everywhere. Our job is simply to connect the dot. You see? Another example. Food. Specifically, meat. You see? When most of us think of meat, we simply just think of it as food. Because we are taught that it is food, that it is something that we just eat, or something that we actually need. You know? But see, if we just think of it like that, we are not simply looking at it for what it truly is. We're not seeing it for what it actually is, what meat actually is. And what meat actually is death. Meat was previously life, but that life is now death. A death that was forced upon. You see? Meat really is, or really was, a living, breathing creature, just like us. You see? Meat didn't want to die. But meat died because society thought that meat was food, that meat was supposed to be eaten, and that is why most of the population thinks of it as meat, as food. Because we have learned, we've been taught that it is meat, but we have not been taught that it was a living, breathing creature that wanted to live just like us. It had a purpose just like us. You know? We have not been taught that. You see? We have never been really taught to see things for what they really are. We've just been taught to look on the outside, or just see things from the outside, to just look at the cover, to just look at the title, to just look at the number of likes, number of followers. You see? That's all that we've been really taught to look at. But we gotta go deeper. We have to realize that this is not it. That there will always be more. You see? And this is where children will always beat us. You see, when we were a child, we were able to see things for what they actually are, what they truly were. We did not have any influence because as a kid, as a child, we had no idea what influence was. We could not determine what could influence us. You see, we were in our own world. We just did whatever we wanted to. And this is why being a kid, being a child was the greatest gift. You see? As a child, you know, if you got hurt, you would just cry. You wouldn't cover it up. If something made you mad, you would yell and scream. And if you wanted something, you would just say, "Mommy, mommy, 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 I want it, I want it." You know? You'd be like, you'd be like, you wouldn't care. You had no influence. You just felt what you felt and you expressed it. That is why when you were a child, you might even remember, if you saw an animal getting hurt, you will feel bad. If you saw insects in the house, whatever, you'd probably ask your parents, Mommy, Daddy, what are they doing to the animals? Because you could sense that they were suffering, and maybe when your parents introduce you to meat or anything, in the beginning, you did not understand. But maybe when you realize what it actually was, you felt bad. You see, as kids, we just see things for what they are. That is why I respect children, respect their authenticity, their ability to just see things clearly. It's not to the extent where I'm seeing, I'm talking about the tree giving us life and us giving the tree life, oxygen, carbon dioxide. They don't understand that yet. That is emphasized. What I'm saying is emphasized. But they see the basics that most of us fail to see. Because you see, as children, as kids, we all had this within us. Before society conditioned us, we were able to see clearly. You see? But as we grew up, we just kept listening and listening and listening and listening and following and following and following instead of following ourselves. You see, we just are taught. We were taught all of this. We were not born this way. We were taught to do this and do that. So we need to get back to the level where we can just see things for what they really are. You see? We need to block as much as we can the external influence, interference. We need to be able to do that. We need to be able to go back to our inner child. You see? That's what we got to do. Just seeing things for what they truly are. So with that, stay motivated, explore your life. Remember, just live. Stay tuned with daily videos, share, spread the perspective, and possibly enhance your life. And with that, I'll leave it with you. Later.